What is going on, guys? Disney Dan here. Welcome back into the channel and welcome to episode 57 of Disney Fiasco. I get kind of choked up every time I say like the numbers every week because I can't believe I've done so many of these things. Episode 57 of Disney Fiasco. I'm super excited. It's my favorite day of the week. We've got some amazing special guests. We're going to have an amazing topic today, a little bit more of a adult topic this week. I thought it'd be quite fun to do. We're gonna have a great time, and yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Firstly, a Disney Fiasco debut from somebody who we did an Avengers Endgame discussion over on Dave's channel, who will come to in a sec, and we all just got along so well. I was just like, you know what? I've got to bring this guy on. He's got an amazing YouTube channel, and that is Bryson from For the Love of the Mouse. Welcome in, buddy. Great to have you in here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I've watched your Fiasco shows, and I'm glad to be a part of one finally.
Yeah, we just had so much fun on Dave's channel talking about Avengers Endgame, and it's just, I was like, you know, we've got to get us three back together and do something that I think we all kind of enjoy doing at Walt Disney World. And speaking of which, a power channel, a buddy, a friend, a foodie, Dave from Brandy and Dave. Great to have you back on the channel, brother.
Hey man, what is going on? I'm super excited. I apologize for the choppy 1998 video. We are currently at points unknown at camp. I am sitting in my tree. Well, I'll call it a house. It's technically a tree stand.
It's a cabin in the woods.
It's the only place I can get cell service. Thanks so much for having me, man. I'm super excited to be here. This is gonna be fun, dude. It is.
I'm super pumped. I'm really, really pumped for this. Let's see who's in the chat. Meg from Mickey's Magic, a partner channel of mine. Guys, please go check out Meg's channel. Awesome, wonderful friend. Go check out Meg's channel for sure. Jeff from Dole Whip Dad is here. Donna Anderson Fallen is here. Noah is here. We need to get Noah to 400 subscribers, so go check out Noah's channel. Donna Jaworski, so great to see you, my friend. Looking forward to seeing you in August. Courtney Rainwaters, Kyle's Vlog is here. AJC Magic TV is here. Steve's World, a power channel of mine. Great to see Steve here. Welcome in, buddy. Shep from the Shep family. Again, power channel, awesome channel. Steve from Steve's World. Greg's Disney Adventures. Joseph Andrews, Ohana Life is here. Horizons 18 is here. Jennifer Ever After, Disney Circus Girl. Who else is here? Scrolling up. Joseph Andrews is here. Welcome in, everybody. Corey from Corey Meets World. Corey and I had a great conversation earlier about cameras and stuff. It's pretty cool. And so glad to see you in here, buddy. And yeah, we're gonna have a really great time tonight. And we're gonna do something that, you know, Disney is not always just for the kids. It's for us as well, for sure. And if there's anything that adults love more than just rides and eating food, it's having a couple of drinks and eating food at these great bars and lounges. Now, as a little bit of a disclosure, I do not drink alcohol, but that doesn't mean I don't go to these bars and lounges. Actually, you would find me more at these bars and lounges because they have not only great non-alcoholic drinks, they have great food as well. So we're going to talk about our favorite lounges, our favorite bars, maybe some of the favorite things we like to eat and drink there. And we're going to have a lot of fun. So first and foremost, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell. And please go check out our two guests' channels as well. So Bryson, as you are special guest debuting on Disney Fiasco, I would like to invite you to choose your first pick. When you think of a bar or lounge, where's the first place that you go to?
First place that I will go to, I'm going to take Nomad Lounge every time.
Oh, you.
I knew it, and I knew Dave was going to be pissed at me too.
Hey,
further down my list, he's going to get mad at me as well.
Hey, I'm mad at you too because that was on my list as well.
It's that good, right? Like, it's that good of a lounge. I will sit out there any day and watch all the craziness going into Pandora all day and enjoy just a nice drink and relax.
It's kind of like, okay, so last year, last year, I spent 2, maybe 3 hours just sitting in Nomad Lounge because it doesn't, don't get me wrong, you're in one of the busiest theme parks in the world, but it doesn't feel like it.
Right.
You're like off the beaten path. You're like, it's weird because you're next to one of probably the busiest attraction in the whole of Disney until Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run comes in
For 2 months.
for 2 months, exactly 2 months, and you are in this quiet, relaxed environment, and not only can you sit indoors, but the outdoor seating when you can look over the water and see like the forestation, and it's just, and the seats are so comfy. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's far and above. Outside is so much better than inside, and inside is awesome.
Yeah.
But like I'm with you, like I will sit on a good patio any day. Now, Florida, July, 2:00 in the afternoon. I'm probably not going to sit there for 2-3 hours,
No.
but you know,
But you have a couple.
Depends how many drinks I've had.
Yeah, no, for sure. And also, you know what? It's that good there that you can actually don't even need to go and eat anywhere else. You could probably have like your dinner there because actually the food there, not only are the drinks really good there, the food is so good.
See, I'm in more your realm, Dan, where like I'll have a drink. Like I just have a drink, but I'm more of like a food atmosphere kind of person. I'll just have like one drink and sip on it for I don't even know how long, unless it's delicious. But you know, I'm not a big drinker, but I mean they got some good drinks there.
Oh, they got some great drinks there. Now, I think we've all agreed that this is in our top 3. I want to hear from Dave. We've spoken about Nomad Lounge.
Oh yeah,
For so long, and even before Bryson joined us in the hangout, just before we were like Nomad for days. We're like Nomad. Why is Nomad so amazing for you, bud?
So we honestly think it's the best place to eat at Animal Kingdom. We go there for lunch pretty much every time we're at Animal Kingdom. So just to preface this, you know, yes, I like to enjoy an adult beverage every now and again. We have spent many a time in some of these lounges we're going to talk about.
Yep.
But what we've found over the years is that going to these lounges, especially, well, several that we're going to bring up here, the menu there is as good as any of the signature dining restaurants that they're attached to, at a better price point. And depending on the lounge, you can actually order off of the signature dining menu.
Yep.
Without an ADR. Even more so with the 2 little ones for lunch, they can order off the kids' menu. There's at $15 each. Have the kids do their thing, have a drink, get out of the weather, frankly, you know, because we always go in the summer. It's always ridiculously hot. So it's a time to recharge. It's usually a much more relaxed environment. It's usually nowhere near as crowded. The food is just as good, if not better.
You still there?
Brandy needs to get the antenna and go stand on the roof.
Yeah.
So for us, that's kind of our entire thought process with it. And ever since we've become AP Wonderland.
Oh, dude. Let me. I don't think Cabin in the Woods is not the best thing to do a live stream, but I can see where you're coming from, dude. Like, honestly, go in there for like lunch or dinner, or because the food there is exceptional, and you could really just eat your way through the day at Nomad. And let me tell you, I'm gonna read off the menu, just the stuff that you can get, and for all you guys that may have dietary requirements, there's actually so much stuff there for you. So there's the chicken satay, which is fantastic. I've had that. The tuna poke bowl, the Wagyu beef sliders, which just sound incredible. The smoked pork ribs. There's a charcuterie, a selection of artisanal cheeses, and then here's the big one: the Tiffin's signature bread service, which is like the Sonar bread service but not as good. The truffle poutine, the vegetarian sliders, and they have the legendary Nomad churros. Now, out of all of those, Bryson, which ones do you go to? Have you tried, some of these items? What do you normally have?
So I've had the poke bowl and the sliders, and I love a good poke bowl. And the sliders, though, they're amazing. Like that's go to every time. Like I'm big burger guy. Yeah. So give me a good burger, decent drink. Probably pretty happy man.
Happy guy. Yeah. Meg says, "What's the veggie sliders? What?" And the veggie sliders are the Impossible Burger, Chipotle aioli, and yuca fries, which sound really interesting. Yeah, no, I had a really great burger today, and I was just like reading that just now. I'm just like,
we picked a horrible time to start talking about food because it's like dinner time in Colorado. So.
Hey, it's midnight here. I've just eaten a massive meal, and now I'm hungry.
Midnight snacks. There you go.
But the Wagyu beef sounds amazing, and Veronica Jew says the truffle poutine is ridiculously good. So I'll need to try that.
I didn't know they had bread service.
The bread service is from Tiffin's.
That's okay. I remember seeing that when we ate at Tiffin's.
Right. So I don't know if it's the same or similar to Sanar, but if you want proper bread service,
it must not be, or everybody talk about it like they do Sanar.
Yeah. Corey says, had to pop back in to say, you will not find a better cake than the cake in the top of the world. Just saying. Corey, stop taking them off my list, buddy. We will definitely get to that. Kay Atwood, welcome into stream. Dave, if you're there.
I don't know. I would challenge Corey on that one. The hummingbird cake at Chef Art Smith's is pretty dang good.
That's pretty good. That is good.
I'm going to do a whole review, spoiler alert, my next trip on just that cake. So,
can I come? That'd be great. Yeah. I'll be there. That'd be so good. Any time involving cake or food, just count me in. Okay. Dave, what's the one thing that you go towards when you start eating there? Have you tried any of the stuff there?
The bread service is not Sanaa, but it's decent.
It's decent.
It's definitely a very pared down version of it, but it's different. It's not like, we just took this and took it somewhere else. So it's
not like they cut back 6 sauces or something like that.
Right. No, it's completely different. And it draws from a couple different cuisines. So it's pretty solid.
Right.
The charcuterie board's pretty good. What else? Actually, we had octopus there.
Okay.
Off of the Tiffin's menu, because Dawson wanted it and then he wouldn't eat it. But it was pretty solid. They had a I forget. I think it was a fish taco on the menu the first time we went there, but
it's not there anymore.
Sadly left.
Sadly left.
Sadly, not sadfully. My bad.
Sadly.
Me no work English.
Corey says, I agree with the hummingbird. You should do a review of one of over at Riverside too and compare them. So we'll definitely have to check.
Thank you, Corey. That's a great idea.
Count me in. I'm there.
Corey, you're coming too.
Oh, we should just get everybody should come and eat and get our hummingbird.
Yes.
Done. Jeff says rumors coming in that Dave has been seeing a top the pole above the rhinos in the Jungle Cruise. Can you hear me now?
It's true.
Oh wow.
It's true.
I kind of like got lost there, and I was just like, oh, I see it now. Some of the great stuff. So looking at cocktails over at the Nomad Lounge, you have the Lamu Libation, which is a star African rum, Cruzan banana rum, guava puree with orange lime, pineapple juice, topped with Gosling's 151 rum, which sounds incredibly sweet. And there's lots of interesting cocktails here, but I've heard that the Lamu Libation is a very popular one. The Night Monkey is very popular. They've also got a load of wines, really a lot of wines, and a lot of beer. But I remember going there and having some non-alcoholic beverages there. And I remember having a Kaima Mama, which is a watermelon and Sprite mocktail, which was quite nice, as well as the Tea Leaves Passion Fruit Vanilla Flavored Iced Tea. That was the bomb right there. That was so good. Just refreshing, just sitting out over the water, having this really delicious passion fruit vanilla flavored iced tea.
That was what I had.
It's good, right?
Because I remember we had just gotten back from Hawaii, and I was on like a passion fruit kick,
Yeah.
and I had to have it.
Oh,
That was good. I remember that.
So good. And I'm not a big, ironically, because I'm British, I'm not a big tea person, but that was really
Way to fit the stereotype.
I know, right? It's
Come on.
I mean, what can I say? It's just
Come on, Dan.
So are there any other like things that you've had, like drinks wise, that you've had there that are memorable that you would have again? Maybe got to start with Bryson first.
I want to say, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like an old fashioned.
Tiger something or other.
Yeah. And that was phenomenal. Like I remember like telling Crystal she needed to learn how to make this at home.
Right.
Because she was a bartender back in college. But anyway.
Okay.
Like, that was the drink I wanted right there.
That sounds good.
It was delicious.
And Dave?
Yeah, that was really good. Brandy really enjoyed the watermelon margarita.
Okay, nice.
Is that still on the menu?
Let me see.
It was tasty.
It might be under a different name.
It might have been watermelon something else, but it was basically a watermelon margarita. It came with a big slice of watermelon.
You can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with that.
The martinis were solid.
I mean, watermelon is just like heavenly.
It is. They actually suggested the Tiger, whatever it was, I forget, Bryson, but the old fashioned.
Where's my phone? I'm texting my wife.
And so they suggested it to me, and I'm like, we were about to go. We have a fast pass. They're like, oh, you can get it to go. I'm like, what?
We just like stumble into like dinosaur. I'm just like, hey guys, let's go find some dinosaurs. We're not gonna make it. I'm not making it up tonight, guys.
We're not gonna make it for sure.
Just like, hey, I'm gonna watch Rivers of Light upside down.
Exactly. But on the beer tip, I don't know if there are any craft fans / nerds out there that use the app Untapped, which is basically Twitter for beer nerds. But it also gives you badges as you check in with certain beers. But what's kind of difficult is they have all these badges, right? And there are several for African countries that you can't get many places in the U.S. and they have probably 5 or 6 of them there. So a lot of the craft stuff that they have comes from Africa or India or somewhere else where it might be difficult to get those. So if you are a fan and are interested in doing so, really they're not much more than like the Coors Light of wherever they're from. They're just some standard American lager, but
it's still different.
Nonetheless, it's different. Nonetheless, you can.
It's called the Tempting Tigress.
Tempting Tigress.
There you go.
And just so I've seen in the chat, people wondering what's up with Dave. Dave is actually hanging out with Rambo right now, and he's coming to us live from his sat phone. So
he's in Predator waiting for Arnold to come in.
Yeah.
He's gonna come in and go stick around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you start hearing clicking noises, that means Predator is around.
Got it.
Dave, have you seen the movie Cabin in the Woods? Just saying.
I don't think I have.
Well,
that's a horror flick, right?
No.
Yeah.
Of course not.
So stream it with the kids around, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, why not?
Nice.
Keystone, welcome into the stream. Dougie from Walter Grimes, welcome to the stream. And Rob from RobFuz, great to see you, pal. Partner channel, great channel. Go check out RobFuz as well. So we like we were predicting. We already spent 20 minutes talking about Nomad Lounge, and that was our first pick. So kudos to us three, because obviously it was going to happen. Dave, what would be, apart from Nomad, what would be your first pick?
Well, I'm just gonna go from there over to Epcot, which I'm assuming we're gonna spend a bunch of time in.
Yep.
And let's start with La Cava.
Okay, nice.
So La Cava del Tequila is the tequila bar / lounge in the Mexico Pavilion, which offers 2 million different types of tequila.
Yep.
Which is great if you're a tequila nerd. That's fantastic. Everything from your standard low end stuff to if you want to pay a whole heck of a lot of money for a 3/4 ounce pour, be my guest. But the real win here, and this isn't as food focused as others, the jalapeno margarita is probably the best margarita I've ever had in my entire life. So much, and more so Brandy. Brandy's a huge margarita fan. The best she has had in her entire life, to the point that I had to get the recipe and have to make it most summers a lot. So jalapeno margaritas are fantastic, but even more so, fret not if you are not a drinker, the queso and chips.
Queso chips.
I think they call it the combo, right? So it comes with their house-made guacamole, their house-made queso, and their house-made salsa. And it is amazing. Bunch of different dips, right? And then as many chips as you want. And honestly, you can just sit there and snack for a long time.
So looking at the La Cava del Tequila menu right now, it's actually not a very big menu at all because it actually is quite a small bar. You have the wild passion fruit margarita, the blood orange margarita, the minty pineapple, the jalapeno margarita, the horchata margarita, the Casa Dragones top shelf margarita, the Maelstrom margarita, which I don't understand why it's in Mexico when it should be in Norway because it's called Maelstrom.
As soon as Maelstrom closed, they said that they wanted to make one that gave it a nod, so they called it the Maelstrom.
Oh, it's margarita. Like a tribute.
It's a tribute, yeah.
To their neighbors.
They're trolling.
Oh god. Jeez.
That's it, folks.
And I'm never coming back to Fiasco.
Yeah, Bryce's one and only appearance. The La Cava avocado margarita and the cucumber margarita. Yes. And then specialty drinks, they have the La Cava Sol, which is a whiskey with a cantaloupe puree. They have a gin agua fresco, which is got rum on it's pretty much rum on the rocks, which looks great. There's a Mexican mule, which is a Anco Reyes liqueur with lots of other juices and bitters and stuff. There's the hashtag La Cava Groni, which is the 12-week aged Negroni in tequila. And there's the Gracias a Dios Paloma, which is the ginger liqueur, and the Mezcal Gracias Espadin something. My Spanish is not very good. But it's a very, very limited menu, surprisingly. But it is insanely popular.
But there's really, like 1,000 combinations of tequila you can add to it.
Yeah. That's only in the main menu. They're not including, all the tequilas that are there, the when they, what's it called, the flights. So there's so much that you can do there, and no wonder it's so popular. And you see lines out the door for this thing because
that's my question. Have you guys ever been there when there hasn't been a line, almost like out to like where the cocoa stuff is?
No.
Yes.
I haven't.
I have.
I never have.
Now, we're not there around festival time, which I'm assuming has a significant effect on that. But I do appreciate the fact that they've been smart enough to have hey, if you want a to-go line, here you go. And if you want to come in, you stay on the right. I think it's relatively smart how they do that. And who runs that? Is that the Dan, help me out here. Who's the group that runs everyone?
The Patina group.
Awesome? Thank you. Yes. Yep. That was one of their first forays into it. And they run a heck of a Twitter page on it. If you are planning to go there, follow them on Twitter and make sure they show up on your timeline, because you will see discounts and specials for the day on that.
Yep.
And the $20-some-odd tequila flight, like the standard tequila flight, is worth it.
It just sounds just amazing. Like everything about the La Cava, and you know what I really like about this bar, though it's definitely for the alcoholics and people who not that as not as a bad thing. I mean like the people who like alcohol, not like me. That came out really bad.
All of you people struggling with something out there,
jeez,
we found a place for you.
Hey, it's 12:30. Jeez, let me rephrase.
Dang alcoholics.
This is for the people who enjoy alcohol. Because for me, who doesn't drink alcohol, it's probably a place I would avoid. That was I really butchered that, didn't I?
but minus it's 100% worth going there and trying the chips and salsa.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or that combo.
Yeah,
so worth it. So
absolutely. And yeah, I'll be down for that if I'm honest.
It is a
you become an alcoholic.
Spot.
Oh, yes. Getting off the rails.
It's definitely one of the more. It is, but it's definitely one of the more alcohol focused places on property. To be honest, because a lot of other stuff, there's a rather robust food component to it. This one is, hey, we have 1,000 tequilas and some chips that you can dip into your standard Mexican dip fare.
Yeah.
So other than that, good luck.
Yeah,
and they do a great job with it.
See, while everybody does shots of tequila, I'll be happy with my chips. I'm good with that. But it's definitely more focused to the ones that, really enjoy these Mexican drinks and enjoy.
To be honest,
see,
someone you both interrupted each other. So
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we did. So,
you have the worst signal. Go ahead.
It's all good. The audio is still good, right?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's fine.
Good. That's all.
Just tell Brandy to move a little to the left with the antenna.
Yeah, she's on the roof. All right, Dan, what's yours, buddy?
Well, you and Bryson were going to talk about very quickly about this.
Were we? I think we were just.
Oh well, all I was going to say is I'm kind of with Dan that you either have to be a really big fan of margaritas because that's literally all there is. And the food option is chips and cheese. So, I mean, I personally haven't gone there. I've gone to the margaritas outside, but I've never gone inside.
Yeah. And if you're a non-drinker and you're lactose intolerant, then you're just eating chips, which is
no cheese.
No cheese.
Don't touch that cheese.
So, moving on. My pick, well, I think this is a bit of an obvious pick for me. It's a lounge that is criminally overlooked because its restaurant is criminally overlooked, and that is the Sonar Lounge. Now, a lot of people don't even know that there is an actual Sonar Lounge. Everyone just thinks, "Oh,
don't tell anyone."
Oh, yeah. Well, to be honest, if it was going to happen eventually, because most of the time I spend there anyway, because I'm eating my face off with bread service.
3 orders of bread service.
Exactly. So a lot of people think of Sonar just as the restaurant, but actually there's a lounge, and it's pretty much the same as the restaurant, except you don't have to make an ADR for it, which is just amazing. Yes. So the Sonar Lounge, of course, has the incredible bread service, which is $13, which is ridiculous for how much you get. You get
criminally underpriced.
Criminally underpriced, and now they're going to put it up. Thank you.
I think they get it back other places, guys.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll talk about the booze in a minute. The salad sampler, the lamb kofta skewers, the samosas, which are fantastic. The artisan cheese selection. It's pretty much everything on the appetizers menu you can get at the Sonar Lounge. But the thing is, just imagine this, right? Long day at the parks, right? You finish your day off at Animal Kingdom or Epcot or Hollywood Studios. Maybe not Magic Kingdom because it's so far away from Animal Kingdom, it's crazy far. And it's 11 o'clock, and all you want to do is go and get a nice cold drink and bread service. I mean, can you beat an evening like that? That is just amazing right there. I love it. I absolutely love it. In terms of drinks, they have some draft beer. They have a Safari Amber. They have bottled beer. They have the Tusker
No.
Premier Lager. Did I hear no? Hello?
I don't know. Did Rambo get him?
Got him. The Kingfisher Premium Lager, and then they've also got some cocktails. Got the African Star Mojito, the Malawi Mango Margarita, the Candé Coconut Cooler. Those
I didn't say anything. No, I didn't say anything. No, we're good.
Okay, you're good. Steve Scott, did someone say bread service? Oh yeah. Purple Gang, welcome into the stream, and John P. Hazelton also welcome into the stream. Then they have some wine flights as well. That's pretty cool. They have wine flights. Perfectly Cat also welcome into the stream. So they have the Durban. They have the Sanar wine. They actually have a wine flight called Sanar, which is pretty cool. They have an East London wine flight, which is cool. They have a Kidani because it's in Kidani Village, the DVC area of the resort, and they have a Johannesburg wine flight as well. So they have all these different wine flights inspired by different things, which is pretty cool. Only Passengers, welcome into the stream. I believe this is your first time here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome into the stream. So lots of great stuff there, but here's the thing. You just want to go there for the bread service. That's the reason why I put it number one on my list, because it's that good. It's just so good. Bryson, have you eaten at Sanar or been to Sanar Lounge? Please tell me you've had bread service.
Oh, have we had bread service? Yes.
Hallelujah.
So a couple trips ago, I ate there for the first time and discovered the wonder of bread service.
Yep.
And then last trip, we actually stayed there.
Nice.
So one night we were going to Epcot and we went down because you told me that the lounge was where to go if you can't get a reservation.
Yep.
Walked downstairs, 2 seats at the bar, sat down, ordered bread service, had a couple drinks, got in our minivan, went to Epcot, and made our way to Beaches and Cream and had some ice cream. So just kept going. No, it's phenomenal.
Like I say to everybody, if you've never had bread service at Sanar, you're like, this is one of like Disney's like biggest hidden secrets.
It's got to be. And I don't know how it is because there's so many vloggers that talk about it.
But it's so out the way. The thing is, Animal Kingdom Lodge, let's be honest, it's so far away from everything else. And actually it's at Kidani Village, which is even further than Jumbo House. And
you're telling me I stayed there.
Right, you stayed there.
Yeah. And my room was 512 steps from the lobby. My wife counted it.
It's just like, it's a big resort. And like, if there's anything, like, people ask me all the time, like, Dan, why, like, what are some of the things you love about Disney? And I'm like, yes, it's the magic. Yes, it's the rides, blah, blah, blah. But if I could recommend something to eat, it's Sanar for dinner, because dinner there is incredible. The buttered chicken and the braised beef is delicious. And the Sanar bread service is like, it's like savory heaven, right? There's so many people who love their sweet stuff, but if you're a real savory person, if you love bread and condiments and that kind of stuff, done. You're done. You're good. So, T-Town Mary Allen, welcome into the stream. So great to see you. So I'm so jealous you stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge as well. So
DVC.
I'm
the only reason we did.
I need to do that. Dave, do I even need to ask you bread service, dude?
Bread service is good, but it's a really good point that you're bringing this up because we didn't know that there was a Sanaa Lounge.
Uh-huh.
We wanted to go there for bread service one night, and it was like 4:30, maybe 4 o'clock, and we were hungry. But we found a Sanaa reservation starting at 5 because that's when they do the switch over, right?
Yep.
From lunch to dinner. And we walked down there, and we're standing there, and we're like, yeah, we've been waiting upstairs for the last 45 minutes. They're like, you could have just come down and eaten in the lounge.
Yeah.
We're like, oh. So it's good to know that if you want to get bread service, and again, don't want to have to make an ADR, it's available.
Yep.
But do note that it's not big.
It's not a big.
There's like
lounge.
4 tables in the bar. So
it's really not that big of a. In terms of a lounge, it's not the best lounge out there. But for what it has,
but for what you want and what you're going for, it's perfect.
It's perfect. And I've said this all the time. I've said it on the Disfluencers podcast. I've said this everywhere. My favorite restaurant at Walt Disney World is Sanaa. It's just, you know, it is.
You can take my wife.
Let's do it. I want a group trip. I want to invite every single person here. Let's go to Sanaa. We'll order bread service. We'll get some braised beef and buttered chicken. Finish with some nice creamy vanilla cheesecake at the end. Done. Like, and people are often quite put off by Sanaa because it's like people think, oh, it's gonna be really spicy. It's gonna be like really like, you know, because it's African Indian kind of cuisine. I'm like, no, like just don't have the spicy like sauce on the bread service, and you're fine.
They tell you which ones to avoid.
Yeah, and actually, like, there's so much there that, and it appeals to like everybody. Even if you're like vegetarian, vegan, gluten free, there's so much you can actually have. That's there, and it's criminally underrated, that restaurant and that lounge as well. So that was my pick. I had to pick Sanaa and the Sanaa Lounge. Bryson, we are back to you, buddy.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Tambu Lounge.
Nice.
That was the first one I ever went to in Walt Disney World, so it kind of has like a little nostalgic place to me. But I definitely like. It's just a good lounge. I love that place. Like, it's good atmosphere. That's literally what I look for, is just atmosphere. And it's got that fun, vibrant atmosphere.
Every time. Thank you so much, Meg. I really appreciate it. Stay safe with the bad storm. I hope you take care of yourself. If there's one resort that makes me completely relaxed, it's Disney's Polynesian Resort. You
can't help but relax.
You can't. And I feel like as soon as you walk through into that beautiful scent of Polynesian flavor, you just get so like, you just feel just your senses just drop. Like, it's just really relaxing. And that lounge, that Tambu Lounge, like, it's just great. You're next to Ohana, you're overlooking Seven Seas Lagoon. And they've got some really, really great stuff there. Let's read off the side. We've got the conch ceviche, which is a savory mix of chilled. It's a savory mix chilled in a coconut. There's shrimp cocktail there. There's a beef carpaccio there. There's crispy chicken spring rolls. Sign me up right there. The Tambu mixed grill kebab, also amazing. It's got some non-alcoholic beverages, the cakey lemonade, which I've had, which is delicious. And then they got some cocktails as well. They got the Island Sunset. They got the Lapu Lapu, which is the legendary Lapu Lapu, which we'll obviously talk about in a second. The Back Scratcher, the Tropical Maycore, the Polynesian Mai Tai, the Dragon Iced Tea, the Puka Punch, the Tropical Macau, and the, oh gosh, I'm going to butcher this one, the Tiki Ahiku. Don't know, Hawaiian Mule, and then there's loads of beers, and then there's some actually Hawaiian sourced beer, which is really, really cool as well. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Lapu Lapu. Bryson, hit it.
So,
if anybody doesn't know what Lapu Lapu is,
think of a pineapple filled with the most delicious liquid possible.
Yep.
Like, they literally just core a pineapple and make a really strong Mai Tai in it.
Yep.
It's delicious.
If this is the drink which a lot of people associate Hawaii and Polynesian culture with.
Yep. 100%.
And they are so true, because it is. Now, I don't drink alcohol, but a friend of mine had the Lapu Lapu, and she just said this is like the most amazing like drink you could have at the Polynesian. So relaxed, so just chilled, and
I mean, who doesn't want to walk around holding a pineapple? Like, you literally get a whole pineapple. Like, that was what first drew me to it, was just the fact that these people were walking around with a pineapple.
I saw somebody walk into Magic Kingdom with one. I'm like, you brought that all the way from the Poly?
Wow.
That's great.
That's dedication.
And they were like, yeah, it's still cold. It's still delicious.
They saw how much they paid, and they were like, this is not leaving.
Yep. Lapu Lapu, a single Lapu Lapu is $15.50.
That's amazing.
Which, to be fair, for a massive pineapple with
for what you're getting, though, that's a good price.
It's a good price.
There's a lot of booze in that thing.
Yeah.
I remember Crystal and I stopped there, she got one, And I was just gonna have just like an iced tea or something. We were gonna go watch Happily Ever After, and she took a drink and she looked at me and she was like, "You have to share this with me, or I'm not making it to Happily Ever After." I was like, "You got it."
It's great. And I love the fact they go full in on the whole Polynesian theme. It's just the food there is great. The spring roll, the chicken spring roll, dude, like that's where it's at right there.
I mean,
It's so
if you
nice.
ask for it, they'll bring you the bread pudding.
They do.
Yes. If you ask for it, because I have done it, they will bring you the bread pudding to the lounge.
Guess what? I'll be going first day I get there.
There you go.
Dave, Tambu Lounge. Dave. Are
To the
you
left.
here? Dave?
To the
Hello?
right.
I think he's gone. So yeah, I think the Tambu Lounge is definitely just really, really nice, relaxing. And you know what I really like? Just go and get a nice drink like a Lapu Lapu and then go downstairs and get a Dole Whip. You're good right there.
Just sit on the beach and relax.
Yep. I mean, can you go wrong? Like that's like heaven right there.
No, that's exactly what you want.
Dave, are you with us?
No.
Did the guy come
I'm here.
with did what's his name? Jason Voorhees finally get you? Tambu Lounge. Been there?
Yeah, he finally did. I did duck. All right. So we were talking Lapu Lapu, which is legit Brandy's favorite drink on property.
Right.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
And this stems back to many, many moons ago. Stems back to many, many moons ago. We go to Ohana.
Nice.
You can also get the Lapu Lapu. You can actually get it at any of the restaurants there. Yes. Yeah. So Kona, Ohana. She orders one. Orders a second one. We leave Ohana and we're walking out. And she goes, "What was that drink I had?" And I said I said it was a Lapu Lapu. And she said, "I thought it was called a Lapau because I'm Lapau."
Love it.
So in our house, they are referred to as Lapaus. We actually have a Lapu Lapu day where we invite people over and make them and core a bunch of pineapples and hang out in the summer and drink Lapu Lapus at home.
I'm coming to your house. I'm coming to your house, dude.
What day is it? Anytime you want to jump on a flight, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, okay. I'm down.
Yes.
As long as it's not in the cabin in the woods thing, that's fine.
No, it is not. It will be at the actual Dave
at the motherland.
Dave and Brandy Mansion.
Dave, yeah, mansion. You're silly.
I call the West Wing.
That's a great show.
Yes,
that's funny. It's a great show. Man, that's 20 years old.
Yeah.
Just stop right there.
This means I started watching it when I was 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man. No, I didn't. Yeah. So overall, though, Tambu Lounge is great. I think that it allows you to have the whole poly. Wow, I was gonna say poly lounge, but that's not right. The poly lobby. Vibe, right? While you're in a lounge, they've redone it recently. I really can't tell what they did besides change the bar behind the.
They made it more modern. Right? I think they added new furniture and all that kind of stuff.
I think they changed like 3 light bulbs and coat of paint.
They didn't do that much. I think they changed some of the furniture and the bar being updated. Because it's been there since it's been there right from the beginning, 1971. So of course it needed an upgrade.
Yep, day one. And I think they do a great job. I think the back scratcher is a great option also.
Yep.
Because you get a back scratcher with it to take home.
Totally forgot about that.
So, yeah. But it's a.
I just remember walking around. I'm like, why do all these people have back scratchers?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I believe
why does that guy have 6?
Yeah.
There was
and he's falling over.
Yeah. I don't get me wrong. I believe I can't remember which one of them, but one of the Beatles because they broke up at the Polynesian. The Beatles broke up at the Poly. I can't remember which one. You'll need to research this, but one of those guys drank one of these drinks that have been there since it opened in 1971, just before they broke up. And I can't remember if it was Ringo or John Lennon. I can't remember who it was, but they drank at Taboo Lounge just before they broke up, before the Beatles broke up.
Really?
Yeah, because they broke up at the Poly. It's weird.
I knew it was in Disney World, but I didn't know it was at the Poly.
It was at the Poly, which is nuts. John Lennon was staying at the Polynesian, says Kay. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Wow. Thank you, Kay. I didn't know that. That is so cool.
Pretty cool. So that Taboo Lounge was not on my list, but I do love that lounge a lot. Dave, before Jason gets you, what's your next one?
Before Jason gets me, Brown Derby.
Oh boy.
Yeah, buddy. So this is the lounge outside of the Brown Derby restaurant.
Yep. By the way, where's Corey when you need him? Because he loves this place.
Probably the best menu. Oh, I know. Oh, it's so great. We've been fans of this place for years.
Do you want me to read the menu?
The same server, like 3 out of 4 times we've gone there, and she's remembered us. It's ridiculous. The services. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I'll read off the menu. The famous Hollywood Brown Derby Cobb salad, which is the legendary Cobb salad, which everyone has.
Go for it.
The artisanal cheeses and the charcuterie board. The cochinita pibil steamed buns. The andouille crusted shrimp. The Derby sliders. The tamarind glazed pork belly. The braised beef arepas, and then for dessert you have the lemon cheesecake, the carpaccio brulee, and the warm blueberry cobbler, the Derby original grapefruit cake, the dark chocolate cremeux, the banana and toffee cake. I mean, who's hungry? I'm so hungry.
I now have to go there on my next trip. I've never been there.
And you know what? The Cobb salad is $11.
Yeah, but I've heard the Cobb salad is like the best Cobb salad you'll ever have.
But for $11, that is for the best Cobb salad. I mean, take my money.
Yeah.
Take my money. I would eat that in a heartbeat. And you don't have to wait for an ADR. You could just walk up, eat outside, watch these stormtroopers walk up and down the Hollywood Boulevard, and hear people scream off the Tower of Terror.
Oh, see, these are reasons why I need to live in Orlando.
Hey, it's worse for me. I live on a different country.
You're right. Proof there's always someone who has it worse.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we're probably as far from it as each other in one way. Dave is giving us a new view of his cabin in the woods.
Yeah. I think Dave's working on some pipes or something. I'm not.
We'll see.
Yeah, you're like in the window right now.
I'm in the window. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no. Here's the window.
Why are you looking at us through a window, Dave?
No, I don't know. Jason's on the inside.
Streamception right there.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So
Daveception.
So Dave, why is Brown Derby Lounge on your list apart from the Cobb salad?
Hey, well, the Cobb salad's great. Brandy loves that. Hands down, the best burger on property you are going to get are the sliders.
Okay. Beef. Yep. Wagyu beef with garlic, mustard aioli, smoked Gouda cheese, bacon, avocado, duck confit, taleggio cheese, chipotle vegetable slaw, sweet onion orange conserve, and crispy leeks. I mean, just get in my belly.
Yeah, it's amazing. So you got the Wagyu and you got the duck confit, and you get one of each. Or if you
yeah, you need to upgrade to not dial up.
One, it's what, $21 now?
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, there's an upgrade. It's originally $17 right there. Yeah, I think Dave should upgrade from dial-up to
dial-up.
Yeah,
No, from AOL to like Yahoo.
Yeah, AOL to Yahoo to Ask Jeeves.
Okay,
right here.
Right. So good.
Shall I continue with Brown Derby because we're losing you, bud?
Yes. Can you hear me at all?
We can, but you are jumping in and out.
Give me a second. I'm gonna switch devices.
So Hollywood Brown Derby is probably one of the best places inside a Disney theme park, apart from probably Nomad Lounge. It has great non-alcoholic cocktails. We've got a classic Shirley Temple. We've got a Malibu beach, a Pink Palace, a Vine Street, a Sunset Boulevard, all very Hollywoody kind of drinks right there. They've got cocktails like a Bloody Mary, a whiskey sour, an absinthe minded, which I love because it references the absent-minded professor, which is the old Disney movie. The Sidecar, the Hollywood Manhattan, the Gin Mule, the Purity Collins, the Grapefruit Cake Martini, the Classic Margarita, a Blood Orange Margarita, a Pomegranate Margarita, a Classic Gin Martini, a Classic Vodka Martini. The list just goes on and on and on and on. And this is probably one of the best places to have a good time, if you know what I mean.
I mean, yeah, I'm sold. Like we were actually trying to figure out somewhere to go eat when we were at Hollywood Studios on our next trip, and that's where we're going. Like we're going there for sure.
It's just like you don't really expect it somewhere like Disney, right? This sounds like someplace in Hollywood. Like you do generally get the feeling like you're in Hollywood, you're experiencing this Brown Derby Lounge. You don't kind of feel like you're in Disney because this menu is so not Disney. It's not chicken nuggets. It's not, all this stuff. Can
I give a shameless plug to myself, Dan?
Go for it.
So I'll reference everybody to the video I just put out yesterday. This is awesome. A perfect example of how Disney is just as much for adults as it is for kids. Because these lounges we're talking about here, these were not built for kids.
Nope.
Like, we've sat here for an hour talking about lounges, and we're nowhere near done.
We're nowhere near done.
Like, I mean, it's definitely, like I said, I made a video about Disney and adults. This is a perfect example of why you can be an adult and love Disney. No problem.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, Disney is not just for kids because, you don't even have to go to bar or lounges. There's so much other stuff that you can do for adults as well. You can do different, you don't even have to go to a theme park. You can go fishing, you go play golf, you can you can just spend your time in Disney Springs. Like there's so much great stuff you can do.
Like everybody who says that the parks are too expensive, you know how much stuff there is to do outside of a park ticket?
Yep.
I mean, you can make a vacation out of that. There's people that do.
Yeah, absolutely. There are people who are DVC members who spend their time in their DVC apartment, and then they go out and go to DVC lounges. They experience different stuff all around Disney property that are outside the parks. And
the people who stayed next door to us at Saratoga Springs on our last trip, they didn't go to the park one day. They went to Disney Springs and the mini golf course, and they went golfing. And I mean, they didn't go to the parks one day.
It's amazing how it's now Disney is a place for everybody.
Yep.
And it's kind of weird when we're talking about bars and lounges. There was one thing that Disney had back in the day at Downtown Disney, which was definitely not for kids, and that was Pleasure Island. That's
I remember being a little kid and being told I couldn't go there.
Yeah, that was Club Central right there. That's where all the and you wouldn't think that Disney would have clubs at all.
Right.
And they've taken that concept and making it like, hey, Disney is not so much about the clubbing scene, but we can still have nice lounges. People still like that is a form of luxury for people rather than going on rides.
I mean, when you're in Disney World all day in July, like you said about Sanaa Lounge, there is nothing more that I want to do than just sit back in air conditioning and relax. That's it. Maybe have a good drink.
Yeah. It's so true.
I got us off topic there. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go throw a little bit of a side note to this, right? Disney's Contemporary Resort, my former work location, there's the main pool, but right behind the main pool is a small, like, separate pool. And there's, you don't have to be anything special to get in it. Everyone is welcome. It's just a nice, hardly anybody goes there. Go to the outer rim bar, get a drink, have something to eat, bring it down to the pool, sit there overlooking Bay Lake. You're done. Vacation sorted. It's great.
Similar, I will go Geyser Point.
Geyser Point is on my list. It's on my honorable mentions. Because that is a brand new restaurant, bar lounge, which is so cool. My last one on my list is not. I didn't choose this because, hey, Stacey Rogers, welcome into the stream. So great to see you. The last one on my list is not because I'm British, not because I, am saying this because I thought I had to put this on there. But when you think of bars and lounges, there is no other country that can do bars and lounges like a traditional British pub. And that's why I chose the Rose and Crown. Now, I'm not blowing smoke up my horn or anything because, I'm British, whatever. But
you don't even drink tea.
I don't even drink tea. But if there's any country I feel in the world that knows anything about luxury in a bar or in like a lounge, put those together, it's a pub. And the Rose and Crown pub is just that place to relax. You have that air-conditioned pub smell when you walk in. Everybody here won't know what that means because I'm the only British person here because I think Dougie is gone. You get that authentic smell that comes in when you walk into the pub. You have a great, just amazing drink that you can have from the bar. You go and sit and relax. You play darts. I think there's a dartboard there that nobody really uses. There's a pianist there. And you could just have a great time. You could sit outside overlooking the lagoon. Some of the stuff that you can have there, you can have unlike all the other lounges that we've looked at, which will serve appetizers, this actually serves full meals like a normal pub would do. They serve fish and chips, a Scotch egg, which is dude, Scotch egg,
so good.
Right, we'll come back to a Scotch egg in a minute because those are amazing. Battered banger and chips. And if you don't know what a banger is a sausage. So sausage and chips. It's great. Sausage and chips. A British butty. Now, it's kind of funny because a lot of people, when I say butty, it means maybe something else. But a British butty is your choice of chips, bacon, or sausage on a brioche roll with crisps and house-made pickled onion. But a proper British butty is like a roll with chips inside. And when I mean chips, I mean fries, like thick cut fries. Like it's just fries in a roll with butter. That is what we call a British chip buddy.
Are there any carbs in that?
Oh, this is
no gluten-free, starch-free, whatever you're looking for.
Gluten-free, everything. Tanya, welcome into the stream. I am late to the party, but I say DVC Top of the World Lounge, which is on my honorable mention list, and Trader Sam's, which is also on my honorable mention list, and we will talk about those for sure. But Tanya, welcome into the stream. If you haven't checked out That Crazy Disney Lady, please go check it out. Now, in terms of drinks, you can get a Pimm's cup, which is basically. Do you guys have Pimm's out there?
No.
The Pimm's is it's alcohol, but you don't serve it like just straight. You actually add like fruit and stuff to it. So you add like strawberries and oranges and cucumbers and mix it all together with Sprite. It's great. You have a cider and fireball blend. You have a leaping leprechaun, which is an Irish whiskey. You have a Welsh dragon, which is a peach schnapps, melon liqueur, orange juice, pineapple juice in a souvenir cup. You have a lot of great British wines and sangrias. You have lots of ales and lagers and stouts. You have imperial pints. You have pub blends. You just have everything under the sun. Like you have cider and blacks. You have flights. You have a Johnny Walker flight. You have a United Kingdom cheese platter. I mean, come on. Scotch whiskey, because we're known for our Scotch. But speaking of Scotch, Bryson, Scotch egg.
Oh, I learned about Scotch eggs in college, and ever since then, I've been hooked on them. And when we went to Rose and Crown, found out that they had the Scotch eggs. There's nothing more I like than sitting out on the patio, getting those for an appetizer and a nice beer, and just looking out over the lake.
You're gonna get a more authentic Scotch egg in the UK pavilion.
That's my question to you: is how authentic is that?
Out of everything on the menu, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would think the fish and chips would be the most like represented, like it would be the most like the ones we have here. Not even close. The Scotch egg is probably the closest thing you would get to an actual Scotch egg in the UK. Now, if you don't know what a Scotch egg is, it is a hard-boiled egg, covered in sausage meat, and then sometimes it's fried or baked.
Yeah, it's like breaded, and then
it's got breadcrumbs on the outside, so it's literally hard-boiled egg, sausage meat, breadcrumbs. It's like this big.
Oh, they're phenomenal. I make them at home.
Oh, it's so good. Plus, a little trick that we have, because we are known for our curries. If you get some curry sauce with it, oh man, like that's the bomb right there. That is so good. Like a lot of people think, oh, curry sauce. Like, no, trust me, we have like curry sauce with our fish and chips. We have curry sauce on like everything.
Really?
Yeah, like it's a big thing here. Like curry is like. So
I gotta do more episodes of Fiasco. I'm learning so much.
You know, this is how I compare like curry to like the US. So I feel like the US love like Mexican food or Tex-Mex. Like you guys love like Taco Bell. You guys are really into your Mexican food. You got like Chipotle and stuff like that. But that's kind of like similar with us with the UK because we're not into our Mexican food. Like there is no street in the UK where you won't find like an Indian restaurant because it's so good. We actually have a Indian dish that's not made in India that was invented in the UK. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Natalie Tan, welcome into the stream. Ross Merrill, welcome into the stream. Rose and Crown, Dave. What about the Rose and Crown for you, bud?
Oh, big fan. Big fan overall. I am and have been a beer nerd for a long time.
Yep. That's where to go.
Love the tap list there. Really upset that they took a lot of the offerings off of the cart outside, but that's another Disney fiasco to talk.
Yeah. And if you do go to the cart outside, tell them Dan sent you because they probably will know me.
Really?
Yeah, I've got a lot of friends who work in the UK pavilion.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Okay, so the Scotch egg is fantastic. I am a huge fan of Scotch eggs in general. I have had the fish and chips there in the past. Not bad. I am a very, very large proponent of bangers and mash.
Yep.
Just in general. And they do a pretty good version of that from some American who's never been to Britain and actually had a real one. So take my opinion for what it's worth, but at least it's pretty solid. Love the atmosphere in there. Love the fact that you can walk in and it is probably, at least in my estimation, the only true bar you're going to find. You're going to walk in and you can find people to talk to.
Yeah, you know, there is no time in the day where that bar is not like empty. Like there's always people in there.
Agreed.
And it is so hard to find a seat in the Rose and Crown pub unless you go way in the back. It's just really great. Like there's so many great drink options there. You got a snake bite. You have the cider in black. Yeah, cider in black. You have just really great stuff. And if there are any kids out there, I would definitely recommend getting a Ribena. A Ribena is pretty much blackcurrant juice, but it's like a staple here in the UK. Delicious. Stacey Rogers says, "Oh, that's right. I remember him saying they were going camping." Yes, Dave is in a cabin in the woods. So that's why we can't see him.
And we also can't talk about Rose and Crown and not mention Carl the bartender.
Yep, Carl.
He's as much of a staple as anything.
He makes this bar.
Yes.
And if you don't know who Carl is, he's been at the bar
since it opened.
Since opening, yeah.
Yeah, he opened that bar. I actually had the pleasure of sitting at the bar and like just chatting with him, and he is one of the most down to earth, coolest people that I've met.
And you know,
it's not just cast member magic; like that's him.
And what I find really surprising about this bar in particular is that I was talking to some of the cast members there, and normally we do it through the college program, and that's normally around 12 to 18 months. But there are people who say, you know what? I've had such a great time this 12, 18 months. I'm going to stay and I'm going to continue working in this pub. And there have been people working for 10 years, 15 years. And then you got Carl, who's been there since opening. This is the closest thing you'll get to an actual British pub. And I'm not even kidding. I'm being brutally honest. I actually ate dinner at a pub tonight. It's not out of the norm. We go to pubs all the time. I went to the pub tonight, and there are so many similarities between the pubs that I go here and the ones that are and the Rose and Crown that's in Epcot. It's brilliant. It really is. And that's why I had to put it on my list. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do a third round because we've already gone way over an hour. And I know Walt from Mouse Talk will be going live, or I think Steve might be doing it this week because I think Walt is seeing Endgame. I know he's seen it twice before. I don't know where it was. But I think Steve is doing Sports Night tonight. But we're going to start wrapping things up. So, Bryson, I'd love you to tell me your top 3 and your honorable mentions in the order that you had them, and then obviously talk about your channel, upcoming videos. You know, what is your channel all about and how they can find you.
All right. Well, top 3 have Nomad, Tambu, which we talked about. Yep. Then I have Geyser Point as my number 3. That's our home resort for DVC. We stay there all the time. I can't go at night. Like we usually end our nights at Geyser Point, sitting out there on Bay Lake, just watching the water. So
one of the best new bars on property.
For sure. They killed it with that one. I mean, it's awesome.
Yep.
My honorable mention is Meisner's.
Nice.
And I'm going to say this, and Dave's probably going to get mad, but I'm actually excited for the Beauty and the Beast overlay because
I gotta go.
No, have you seen the renderings? It's not like in your face. If it was in your face, I wouldn't like it.
I know.
I know you're a purist, but I'm excited for it. So anyway, that's my only honorable mention because I mean we talked about Sanaa, and I've only been there once, so I can't really put it on there.
Yep.
But anyway, about my channel, it's with my wife Crystal and I. We are For Love of the Mouse. Find our channel. Look up For Love of the Mouse. Sorry about that. As far as videos going, I have one that like I've been trying to figure out how to do that I did yesterday that I talked about earlier. I actually am really passionate about it. It's being an adult in Disney and having to deal with the people who think you're a weirdo because you like Disney.
It's a great video. So, really, really is.
You know, it's just something that I've like, you know, for the last 4 or 5 years always wanted to talk about and figure out a way to talk about, and I finally got the words to come out of my mouth. So that's what I did there. And I believe Monday, my wife is doing an ear haul video. Or no, she's doing her ear collection because a lot of people actually want to watch that. So there might be an ear model that looks similar to me. So
sounds awesome.
You'll have to tune in on Monday.
And anyway, if a moderator could put Bryson's YouTube link in the chat, please guys go check out For the Love of the Mouse. Really awesome channel. Bryson and Crystal do a wonderful job out there, and you guys must be really close to 1,000. You guys,
we hit it.
You hit it.
Yeah, we are at
really recently.
2 weeks ago.
Congratulations, guys.
We're at 11:23 last I looked. So.
Awesome. So guys, please go check out For Love of the Mouse. Really, really great channel. You guys are based in Colorado, so you guys
we live in Colorado, so.
Which is really, really awesome.
And our channel is pretty much 98% Disney. So I mean,
what more can
we do it from our perspective in Colorado, like Dan does it from his perspective in the UK.
Absolutely. And next time we'll go and get some bread service.
Done.
And then Nomad Lounge. Speaking of Nomad Lounge and the love of Nomad Lounge, Mr. David from Brandy and Dave. I know we can't see you because Jason's ripped your face off.
Right.
But top 3, and then your honorable mentions, and then upcoming videos, and just plug everything. Disfluences everything, buddy.
Got it. Okay, so before I dive into that, I do want to mention that the fortheloveofthemouse.com blog is my new place to go for news, because frankly, these guys have been killing it over the last 6 weeks, Bryson.
Yeah, 6 weeks. Yeah. Okay. So I did forget. I try to keep that separate, just, I don't know. I don't want to take up all your time on your channel. Dan,
no. This is a place for people to, not only is this, about a Disney show, but I like bringing new people on and introducing different people. So, just plug everything, dude. Like this is, really.
I appreciate you saying that, Dave, because really the last 2 months, like Crystal and I have really dove into turning our blog into like somewhere people can go to actually get their Disney info. And we in no way try to say that we are better than anyone or anything like that. But we try to get the news out there as soon as we hear it. We've actually got to know some people that know some things, so that's kind of helped. But we're not out there saying rumors or anything like that like been going on. But we have the last 2 months we have seen our blog almost quintuple on the clicks. So I mean, literally quintuple. That's not even, I'm making that up. So it's been phenomenal. And I think it's a direct correlation that our YouTube channel has taken off like it has, So, I mean, it's all been great and it's all awesome. And, I hope any of you that aren't subscribe, go check out our blog. We put a lot of effort into everything we do, and we just do it for fun. Like that's literally, we do it for fun and to give you guys the best info we can. So there you go.
Awesome. So guys, if you haven't checked out the news for the Love of the Mouse blog, go check it out for sure. Dave, for you.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, definitely go check that out. On to me. All right, my top 3. We talked about all of them: Nomad, Brown Derby Lounge, and La Cava. Okay. Love them all. I want to throw 2 out there that are probably off of everyone's radar. That they are totally worth the trip. One being Bellevue Lounge.
Nice.
Okay.
Underrated.
It is, completely underrated. The best bourbon selection on property. Maybe, I know there are a couple that are coming to Disney Springs, but the best resort focus, like for my estimation, really on property version of it. They do some great stuff. It's my replacement for Misner's.
Right.
So until that Beauty and the Beast over there.
Until the Beauty and the Beast comes in. Right. But Bellevue Lounge is fantastic. It's in the boardwalk. If you don't know where it is, it's upstairs. It's little. No one knows about it. No one goes there. And it's such a good place to get away and cool down when you're in Epcot. Right. Okay, so that's one. The other one is in the same area. It's the new Ale and Compass Lounge.
Yeah, that's meant to be great as well.
And if I could dive in for like 60 seconds, Yachtsman has a cruise cup attached to it, which was pretty phenomenal until they changed kitchens, and they're now associated strictly with the Yachtsman Steakhouse.
Right.
All right. Which they changed their entire menu. The majority of that menu went to Ale and Compass, including probably the second best sandwich on property, which is the lobster roll. For $21, $22 again, you can get a massive, massive amount of lobster. Like, it is not, oh, we have some filler and a couple bites of lobster. It is a load of lobster.
Nice.
This is over at Yacht Club?
This is at Yacht Club.
Sounds good.
That's 100%
awesome.
Sounds
great. Plus they have some flatbreads. Like, again, this one for me is almost strictly for food because the drink menu is the standard Disney drink menu. Bellevue Lounge is the opposite. It's the place to go because they have a few things off kilter, I guess is a really bad way to say it, but you know what I mean. Like it's good stuff focused for that. So those are the two that I would recommend trying new if you haven't. As for me and my channel, Brandy and I do a Disney vlog from from a family perspective. So there's that whole Gianna and Dawson thing come into play. Trip vlog, try to do some informational stuff. Brandy's a lover of minivans.
As their credit card shows.
As the credit card shows. But we've been Disney fans for a long time, and we just like sharing our love of Disney and really being part of this community. So we do a lot of trip vlog stuff, try to do some more informational stuff. And we also do a podcast, which is the Disfluencers podcast, which we spotlight influencers in the Disney community, from podcasting to vlogs to Instagram and such. So that's kind of been on a hiatus for 2 weeks because of scheduling, unfortunately. But we're going to be getting back on the saddle here real quick. Got to put some stuff out before we head down. We have a trip coming up at the end of July. Super pumped for that. Have way.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said, oh, do you?
Yeah, I do.
It's not like I got any text messages trying to convince me to take a trip in July.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. I've been trying to persuade.
Yeah, I had no idea you were going, dude.
Yeah, I know, right? No, super pumped. I don't know. Brandy and I are trying to get into the live stream thing a little bit. It's been really haphazard schedule wise, but Dan, thank you so much. I mean, you do a fantastic job with this show. It's one of the highlights of my weekend. I love watching the content that you put out, man. So pumped to actually physically meet you in August.
Yeah, I'm super pumped, man. It's going to be such a great August. I can't wait, bro.
Man. Totally.
But again, thank you so much for joining us as well.
Of course.
And thank you, both of you. Like, I really do appreciate you guys, taking the time out of your weekends to, join the show and say thank you, Bryson, for coming on for your first time on Fiasco. I would love to have you back again.
Oh, for sure. I can't say thank you enough for having me. Like, I love doing these live streams. I don't, unfortunately, have a lot of time to do them, but I mean, I love just shooting the air with everybody and, saying whatever. So it's fun.
Thank you.
And if I could real quick, I just want to apologize for the connection issues. Normally this doesn't happen from where I'm at right now, so I apologize.
That's all right. Don't worry. It's Freddy Krueger. He's chopped the,
he's just using you as a ventriloquist dummy now.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. I'm worried about the Predator, actually.
I'm just loving horror movie references we've been talking about. Great. We'll be back soon, and you know what I'd really love to do? I would love to do a Food and Wine 2019 preview at some point, which would be pretty awesome. Because we are excited for food.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think I'm missing you guys in August by a week.
Yeah.
Yep.
When are your dates?
September 8th through the 14th. Nobody robbed my house. So,
I leave on the 4th, so just missed you. But guys, thank you so much again. Guys, go check out Bryson and Krista from For the Love of the Mouse. Go check out David from Brandy and Dave. Also, go check out my partner channels, Mickey's Magic, Corey Fiasco, RobFuz, and Mouse Talk. All great partner channels of mine. I believe my power channel, Steve from Steve's World, is live right now. So if you guys go tell him that Disney Dan sent you, I'd really appreciate it. Go tell him Disney Dan sent you. I'm actually got his stream open right now, so I've got to watch you guys. Jump over to his stream, Steve's World, and tell him Disney Dan sent you. I really do appreciate it. Got a couple of videos coming out tomorrow, the rest of this week. Guys, a lot of people didn't even know that I didn't post Disney Food Friday this week. I didn't get any messages about it, so I took a week off for Disney Food Friday. But hey, people didn't obviously care too much because they didn't tell me, when did you do Food Friday? Because no one asked me that. It's fine. It's okay. But again, thank you so much. If you copy Noah's link, thank you, Noah, for putting that in the chat and posting it in Steve's World. Say hashtag Disney Dan sent me. I'd really appreciate it. Guys, you can follow me also on Twitter and on Instagram at Disney Dan. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell. And we've got some really great stuff coming soon. Tomorrow, actually today, because it's 1:20 in the morning, it is 50 days to go. 50 days till I'm at Walt Disney World. Counting down those days. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. And live your life with a smile each and every day. And I'll see you guys all next week for episode 58 of Disney Fiasco. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.